Hi everyone, my name is Matt Young. I will be in Commercial Services Department as the Commercial Loan Officer. Many of you may already know Fair Heritage Federal Credit Union is in the early stages of forming a new department, which will be known as the Commercial Services Department. Our goal is to have this department up and running by January 2019. Executive management, always looking for ways to grow the credit union, elected a few years back to implement this new department. This new department will be able to offer the businesses in our communities products such as deposit accounts, payroll services, credit cards, as well as business loans, which will range anywhere from $50,000 to $750,000. This has been a project we've been working on where we've had to implement new policies and procedures, as well as choose from third-party vendors for the documents, forms, and credit analysis. Credit union currently is partnered with CBS, Cooperative Business Services, for participation loans. We're in a CUSO that these business loans are carried out within several credit unions or offered by several credit unions so that the one credit union doesn't have to take all the risk. We continue to partner with CBS in the future for any larger loan requests. The new department, which will consist of Patty Ludoff, Sarah Bona, and myself. I've completed the 3-year CUNA Business Lending School. Sarah is in her second year and will be certified next year. The loan officers for this new department will be Bob, who also obtained the CUNA Business Lending certification, Ron Rush, Patty Ludoff, and myself. I basically will be the go-to business loans guy, if you will, to talk to members for any new requests in determining their creditworthiness and credit analysis. Sarah will be the processing for the new loans and assist with the annual reviews. Patty, who works very hard in establishing the new policies and procedures, will be the department manager. We know that we're not completely ready for this department, but we are able to talk to any new loan requests, and if you would just forward them to my extension at 1217, or you can email business services.
Hey everybody, it's Vicki. Thought I'd come to you today and share some cool stuff, stuff to think about, stuff to make you go, and I'll try and keep it short, but if you know me, I have some issues with that, but I'll do my best. So I recently sat on a CASASA Champions meeting that the Lending and Development Department had set up, and it was wow. I was literally wowed by how all the offices and departments and branches are adapting the huddle board to their circumstances, to their, what they have going on. And that's one of the things I think I love about our credit union is we're all in different states and cities and cultures, and we're all different sizes, but we all make it work for our locations. So kudos to the champions, kudos to y'all for, sharing your ideas and the exciting news about our CASASA product and the wow moments that you're having in your offices, and then even our Credo cards. It was fantastic and inspiring, and I got so excited afterwards. And I love the commitment y'all had to it. And that's what I want to talk about today is commitment. But first, I want to talk about, yay, our You Rock cards. Make sure you're sharing those wow moments with your coworkers, writing little things to them when you see them doing something great. It's so important that we do that for our coworkers and let them know we appreciate them. So make sure you're sharing those. If you don't have any or you don't know where they are, get with your manager, supervisor. They have them available for you. So, we want to live in the moment every day, being committed to always look for those moments to wow people, to go out of the way, whether it's our members, our coworkers, our family, our friends. It's a lifestyle choice, and it's about living a life of service to others. So choosing and being committed despite our circumstances. You know what? We all have challenges and we all have troubles, and it could be from a flat tire in the morning on your way to work or on your way home, sitting in traffic, or waking up late and being rushed and hectic, or, getting no sleep, or, and Boomer's joining joining us now to a sick child, an aging parent. It's getting caught in traffic. Sometimes those things can make life a little hairy. But every day, if we practice self awareness and personal responsibility, it's all about choosing commitment to your mission that you have for your life. Your identity is over your circumstances. So feelings are circumstances. And just like the weather, they're real. They provide great information and they should be evaluated and considered. But they don't get to decide. You do. You get to choose who you're going to be in this life. Moment by moment, task by task, conversation by conversation. So today, who are you committed to being through your work? How are you going to show up for your team? If you think about it, we spend over 60% of our day at work, sometimes more. And how are you going to be today? What are you going to do? How are you going to be awesome? And remember that no matter what, you always have control over your behaviors, over your words, and your accents. You choose. So choose that which aligns with your commitment to being awesome, to being great, to being part of a great team, awesome with your coworkers, to recognizing them in those wow moments, to whatever you're doing. Choose to align it with your commitment. So be committed. It's a choice, folks. Choose wisely despite your circumstances. We only get to go around once in this life. Cherish each and every moment and commit to being present for every one of them. You don't want to miss opportunities to make somebody's day. Well, I hope I made yours today. This isn't one of my fun things to do, but have a great day, everybody.
Hi, I'm Lisa Wood. I'm the Risk Mitigation Manager here at Bear Heritage Federal Credit Union. Along with Michael Logston, our IT Manager, we share our responsibility for cybersecurity here at the credit union. And this year we went to a cybersecurity conference in Nashville, Tennessee, and frankly, we were terrified at all the ways that we can be infiltrated. We wanted to come back and share with you some of the statistics we learned and let you know that we can't do this alone. So 75% of breaches involved outsiders, meaning third-party vendors. 62% of breaches featured hacking. 51% of breaches included malware. And 66% of that malware was installed via email links or attachments. And 81% leveraged stolen and or weak passwords. That's astonishing because nobody can get your password unless you give it. So that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today. One of the quotes that one of our speakers had said, it really stuck with me, and it said the shortest path into any network is through the weakness embodied in human behavior. To trust, to help, to obey, or simply to be curious or entertained. We're all too willing to click a link, open an attachment, see what somebody has given us or sent us, or given out information for the possibility of getting something free. There was a statistic which I didn't write down, but a very, very high percentage of people would give their password up for a free pen. So that's one of the things that we need to understand is a breach. It's not a matter of if it will happen, it's a matter of when it will happen. And it will affect all of us here at the credit union. And it can cause a loss of revenue, members, and our reputation. We do a lot of business based on our reputation, so we need to protect all of those things, our revenue, our membership, and our reputation by being aware, being cyber aware. This is not just an IT risk. This is not just the responsibility of Mike and I. Every person here at the credit union has responsibility in protecting our network. That is why we give you passwords. Just know that we will never send you a link to click on. Never send you a link to click on to change your password or anything else. If IT needs to go to a website, they will log in, they will remote into your computer and take you to that site themselves. And they're only going to get on your computer if they have contacted you. So please, if you are not aware of who is in our IT department and what they sound like and who they are, familiarize yourself with them. The new help ticket system will help in that if you're having issues, then you have contacted them to assist you. And if they're going to be assisting you guys with something on the back end, then an email will go out prior to. So you'll be expecting something. So this is not only forefront with us, but also with our examiners. And they reviewed our penetration tests the past couple of years. And those penetration tests consisted of the spoofing that we did to the test that we did, where we hired a company to come in and social engineer us to see if they could gain access to people's computers or get them to click a link or open an email or call them on the phone and see how far they would go. And frankly, our numbers have gotten worse. People are just too eager to allow others into our system. And NCUA put a comment in there regarding that. And they said that because our social engineering tests aren't improving, that we need to have a policy which will make people responsible for their part in the protection of the credit union. And so that policy also had to stipulate consequences for non-compliance by that individual. So there's a series of write-ups in there, and it could lead to termination if that behavior continues. So that will be out on EdCom, and we will log in and read it and attest to it like we do the other policies, and Emily will get that out to you. Also, I want to talk to you about passwords a little bit. I was reading something the other day, and I can't put my hands on it, but it talked about the psychology behind passwords, what we would use. We tend to make them very personal, whether they involve our birth date, our phone number, our zip code, our children's date of birth, our loved ones' names. And when it says we have to have a special character, 9 times out of 10, that special character is an exclamation point at the end of your password. And I was stunned when I was reading it because I thought, I do that. I do that too. And I tend to use the same password, just a variation of it. So we've got some handouts that Emily will get to you as well. It's a cybersecurity awareness, some basic tips on protecting data, protecting your network, and things that you are just good for you to know and be aware of. And the other one is password handouts. And they say every password should be at least 14 characters. And it should be something kind of like a passphrase, whether it's song lyrics and you put your special characters in that, just nothing that people are going to connect to you. So I want to challenge each of you to come up with passwords you don't think can be hacked. I had to do that myself once I realized that me being aware was still not enough. I think psychologically, I think that, oh, what's the likelihood? And I think that we all think that way. But the likelihood is very high in this day and age, and we need to be vigilant. We need to be on our toes, and we need to do our part in securing our network. So please take time to change your passwords, to come up with something that you don't think is hackable, whether it's something from your childhood. Anytime anybody wants to learn anything about you, all they have to do is go to Facebook. Well, how often do you think hackers do that? Social engineers do that. so they can come up with stories that would be relevant to you and give them a little bit of credibility. Take a moment to search YouTube videos on social engineering. Let me tell you, the amount of information they can get in a very short time is amazing. And once again, it goes back to that weakness in human behavior, that we want to trust people, we want to help them. You know, if it's someone of authority, we want to obey them. Or we're simply curious. And a lot of times is we want to be entertained. One of the highest avenues for email attachments are e-cards for delivery system for malware. Yes, we have programs in the background that will attempt to stop malware from being downloaded and will hopefully block some of the dangerous websites. But you need to do your part as well. No amount of technical stuff will keep you from giving your password away or giving someone access to your computer. So please, after hearing this, take this as a personal challenge to be unhackable, to be the safeguarder of our network.
Hello, my name is Mike Filandino. I'm the new HR generalist working with Garrett in that department. I just wanted to do a brief introductory video of who I am and so y'all can put a face with a name. I know we've probably may or may not have worked with some of you folks, but I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of people. Just haven't had the chance to make it to a lot of the branches. So just when you have questions, you know who you're talking to via the phone or the email. Again, if you have any questions regarding anything payroll related, benefits, I'd be your main contact there. The best way to probably reach me is via phone, extension 1216, or via email. Email is probably a better option because with multiple branches, we are in and out of them all the time. So I'm not particularly at a desk at all times. So I'd say email is the best avenue to reach me. Thank you for your time and have a great day.